Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is July the 6th. This is home of long-term cryptocurrency thinking. Golden hold. Be in motion. The opposite of impulsive. Yes, you'll find that all here. Tomorrow, This Week in Bitcoin, 9:30 p.m. Friday Eastern Time. I hope everyone's enjoying these Asian-centric start times. I am in Hong Kong. I will be in Perth Monday. I'm excited about that. Same time zone as here in Hong Kong, actually. I mean, I'll try to alter the start times a little bit, but I know if you're in Australia, Asia, you've been doing this. If you're in North America, you're, well, again, Friday, 9:30 p.m. Is This Week in Bitcoin right here, as we do it every week. We'll have some special guests, one of whom I hope will be coming from Perth, so we'll be getting into the Australian Bitcoin mode. So this week, again, was a little bit of a slow week because of the holidays, and that help keep the price of Bitcoin stable. But also we have, and I just want to give shout outs to the gold and holders out there. Button. If you're a Bitcoin hoarder, or if you're a Bitcoin fan who just holding Bitcoin and doesn't like to worry about stuff and cancel your vacations in November because something might happen to Bitcoin in November because some dudes in China are threatening stuff. And again, nothing wrong being a technical expert, knowing about Bit 148 and everything. If you ask a golden holder about Bit 148, though, they'll probably just laugh at you or be like, what are you talking about? Why worry? Long-term thinker. I'm thinking 2020. I'm not thinking about August or July. And because of those people, Bitcoin is stable. They're not like selling, like, oh, should I sell this week? No, they're just holding. So Bitcoin has been around 2,600 for a while, which is a good thing. It'll get more people interested in Bitcoin without the volatility. And so shout outs to my hoarders, my golden holders. And yeah, this is, again, a sign that this summer of the Bitcoin hoarding is very possible. People out there who are just in the Bitcoin as a store of value. So transitioning into someone who now believes that, Bill Still. Now, again, many of you are familiar with Bill Still, alternative finance for a really long time, I mean, obviously longer than I know of. There are a lot of probably people that are in their 40s and 50s and 60s and beyond who know him from before the internet, I guess. But he has been on the show before. It was an honor to have him on the show. And when I had him on the show during the winter, when I was in, and I see the chat is just flowing by there. I see the pictures of Ken. I can see in there. Ken is also, he'll be on the show tomorrow. It's, but anyway, and again, I can't see your questions, people. If people have questions, I mean, you got to focus on. I don't know how people answer the questions in the chat, by the way, when they're doing these shows. I mean, you're trying to. How can you do both things at once? I don't know. Maybe you're more talented than I am with chat questions. So going back to Bill Still, which I've now lost my train of thought on. That's why you don't look at the chat during these things. Yeah, so he's on my show when I back up. And he still had a bad taste in his mouth from, he had gotten scammed with some altcoins. I mean, he had talked Bitcoin up in about 2014, and he was still stuck in that 2014, 15 scared mentality. But he just came out with a show. He believes it's a store of value. He admits he has changed his mind. Now, I linked to my a Steemit where I posted his show because he gave me permission to post his shows on Steemit. I have an agreement with him. And it's good to ask people's permission before you post their content on Steemit. I mean, there's some people that say, you know, hey, I'm making something here. Don't let me post my content first. We can get into that another time. Anyway, and if you're a content robber out there, you should be ashamed of yourself. You really should be ashamed of yourself. If you've stolen someone's content and made money off of it, off of Bitcoin, off of Steemit when someone has told you not to, you're a crook. You're a total crook if you've done that. When someone's told you not to do it, that's horrible. But no, Bill still has given me permission. So if you watch the video on there that I linked to, he does have, he has an advertiser at first. Some of the things that he has associated with his Bitcoin knowledge might like kind of be shady to certain people. I don't know. I just want to give you a heads up with that. He's a good man, though. He's a good man. But it's great. He's into, and he does influence people. Now, if you read the comments under his video, though, they're always the same fudsters that are like, the government controls Bitcoin. I mean, just insanity. But at least he's on the right track there, and he is a golden holder in terms of Bitcoin. He hoards it, and that's what I mean. When I say golden hold, I mean people who just treat it as a store of value, who treat it like they treat gold. They're old school gold, and it's old school gold people that are prone to do that with Bitcoin. So good for them. Good for the gold people who are willing to accept Bitcoin as digital gold. I've always said that. Shout outs to Andy Hoffman, obviously. Pound that like button, people. If, again, Bill still was willing to change his mind, Andy Hoffman was willing to change his mind. Will Peter Schiff change his mind about Bitcoin? I don't know. So yesterday when I was talking about Blue Apron, I forgot to mention that it's just an inefficient use of your money too, in terms of you can spend it on I think better things. Like, I don't go out to eat, and that's beyond going out to eat. I mean, I cook my own food. Thus, I get to travel. And people are like, well, how do you get to travel around the whole world? Well, I cook my own food. I don't shop at Blue Apron for food that I could just go to the supermarket and make myself. And there's give and takes in life here. Okay, there's compromises you have to make if you want to live like this lifestyle of the rich and famous. If you want to live the lifestyle of the rich and famous, then don't you do Blue Apron, I guess, and then you're not going to be traveling around the world doing that, living the caviar dreams, I guess. But playing about how, you see, the thing is, some of these Blue Apron people, they complain about other things. Why is this so expensive? Why am I poor? Well, it's your fault. You have no one to blame but yourself, because you're spending money like a wild man. These are the people who earn $10 and then they spend $11. So don't give, again, I preach here responsible saving, responsible use of your money, and every little bit counts. It adds up over time. And if you like forget about that, you end up being in debt. And you end up complaining. You end up blaming other people for your own financial mismanagement. Think long term. That's what my rant about Blue Apron. And if you're a rich dude, then be my guest. If you can really afford Blue Apron, then do whatever. Again, truly, there are not enough Americans who can truly afford it, because Americans are hooked on spending $11 when they only earn $10. And I talked about this on Ken Bozak's show a little bit, which has been linked to. And that was just a great interview Ken did with me. It went beyond Bitcoin and everything like that. So have a long-term plan, people. Pound that like button. Speaking about, this is a little off-topic Bitcoin stuff. I want to point out that some people were like, well, don't let trolls bother you, Adam, about asking about your weight or something. There actually were people who are not trolls who were concerned. So that's why it had to be addressed. I don't care about the trolls. I care about, there were real people emailing me and saying, Adam, you do look thinner. And part of the reason I posted the Craig Shipp video, well, no, he did a great video of me with high definition footage. It's on this channel. I look great in it. That's what I look like in real life, people. Watch that crate ship video. It's from like 5 days ago. I don't know. I posted it when I was traveling between Baltimore and Hong Kong. That's what I look like. The reason people are thinking, oh, Adam looks different now is because I'm in different lights now. I was in Cyprus, then Baltimore, a couple places in Baltimore. The light is different in Hong Kong because it's constantly raining and all this stuff. So yeah, I'm gonna look a little different based on I don't have the best camera and the lights affect the way I look. But if you look at the Craig Ship video and you really care about this superficial stuff so much, and a lot of you do, a lot of you just love this superficial stuff. So I have to, and again, more so people who are trollish like it, it seems like. People who really care about me, they're not into superficial stuff. I hope not, at least. Well, anyway, if you want to see what I look like, that's what I look like. It's a high definition video. And I can assure you that the lifestyle I live is very, 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 very healthy. Healthier than 99.99% of my fellow Americans who are back home right now. But yeah, also it is very humid, and I probably have lost a little bit of weight because when you are running in humid Baltimore and really humid Hong Kong, you sweat it out. And it was not that in Cyprus. It was not that. It was not. It was hot sometimes. It was 81 degrees every day. It was the same every day there. Here, look, I'm talking about travel. It is fun to travel, guys. It is. You know, it's fun to see new places. You experience, and different things happen to you in these places. And you get tan in Cyprus, and I guess here in Hong Kong, you get rained upon 5 times a day during the summer, and you get a little, you lose some weight. So if you're overweight, like most Americans, come out here to Hong Kong, and you'll sweat it out if you actually run, which you probably will not. All right, quick reminder here: people still, when they're selling their altcoins, when they're trying to do some scammy thing involving involving ripping someone off or cloud mining or something horrible like that, they want Bitcoin. They're trying to get Bitcoin. And that's just awesome. I mean, it is still the world reserve cryptocurrency out there. People are trying to earn Bitcoin. And it's good. It's a real great sign that cashing out doesn't mean cashing out into dollars. It means cashing out into Bitcoin. Anyway, so pound that like button. Oh, the great Andreas Antonopoulos has a video out that was I immediately recognized it because one of the questioners, that guy's got a South African accent, so I knew he had been in South Africa back in March, and he just decided to post this Ethereum related video now. And in it, he talks about how hard forks can be are bad. When the Bitcoin shouldn't split in two, obviously. But he also touches on, Vitalik, that the situation when Ethereum forked, it really put him in this king type, he doesn't call him a king, but a very important position, and puts a lot of pressure on Vitalik. And it's a reminder that Satoshi cannot be pinned down. Vitalik can be pinned down. Hey, I'm just saying what Andreas said. Watch the video. It's linked to below. And again, I am behind in emailing people back. You can follow me at Twitter at TechBalt, TechBalt. There's some interesting tweets out there sometimes. All right. So I'm Adam Meister, Bitcoin Meister, Disrupt Meister. Remember to subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Do check out the notes section below, and please come back on Friday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's already Saturday in Australia and in Hong Kong. It'll be 9:30 a.m. in those places. But we're going to have This Week in Bitcoin. Ken, who is in the chat now, will be one of the guests. And we'll have an Australian guest also who's going to get everybody pumped about Australia, and who knows who else will be on the show. Vortex hopefully will be on the show too. If you listen this long to this show, I guess you deserve that sneak peek. Bye-bye, everyone.